Hello, today we're going to talk about air and what happens to air when we round lengths. So first off, if we take this measurement here, and I say it's rounded to the nearest tenth. So this is the tenth, the first decimal place. So what's the smallest this length can actually be if we rounded it to 4.6? Well, the smallest it could be is 4.55. It has to be less than 4.55 or greater than 4.55, or they wouldn't round it to this. What's the largest it could be? It could be 4.64, but it could actually be 4.649. That's bigger, and 9, 9, and that can keep going. So it's like 4.69 repeating, or we can just say this value has to be less than 4.65. That's an easier way to say it. So what are the range of values? I like to say that it's going to be greater than or equal to 4.55, or just x has to be less than 4.65. That's the range of possible values that this could be if we tell you that it's rounded to 4.6. That's the amount of air that is possible with just rounding one number. Now when we get to areas, and I say that this is measured to the nearest tenth, now we have to think about what's the smallest area this could be. Well, if this is rounded to the nearest tenth, the smallest it could be is 4.55. The smallest this could be would be 8.65 and still round up to 8.7. So if I multiply those out, 4.55 times 8.65, I get the smallest area could be 39.3575. What's the largest area? Well, if I erase this, the largest area would be 4.65 and 8.75. Now it can't hit these numbers, but we can just say that it has to be less than those. So when I multiply 4.65 times 8.75, I get a value of 40.6875. So what are the range of values? Between about 39.3575, be less than or equal to, or it can just be less than 40.6875. So that's the range. That's the possible error in this situation. Now let's do volume. Say if I rounded this to the nearest hundredth, places. What's the smallest this could be? The smallest would be if I did 1.565. And now if I want to find the volume, we have to think about a sphere. Volume is 4 pi r cubed over 3. So if I plug this in, 4 times r, which is 1.565 cubed, divided by 3. I need to type that in again. I forgot my decimal knows this gigantic number. So this is about 5.11 pi millimeters cubed. Now, if I do the same thing, but I use my bigger number, which would be 1.575, I'll just do 4 times 1.575 cubed divided by 3, and this would be about 5.209, so 21 pi millimeters cubed. So what are the range of values? From here to here. There you go. Now let's try one more. Find the range of value if range of values if these were rounded to the nearest whole number. So we're finding the volume. Volume, this is a pyramid, base times height divided by 3. So let's start volume small. So the area base is going to be 11.5 times 4.5, and then we're going to multiply it by a height of 9.5 and divide by 3. So 11.5 times 4.5, multiply it by 9.5, and divide by 3. So if I plug that in, my calculator, I got 163.875. Now if we do this again, but now do the upper end, this would be 10.5, 12.5, and 5.5. And we'll type in the same things for volume big. And that's a 3. Let's see what we get out. And I get out 240.625 centimeters squared. Now the point that I want to make with this one is look how off these answers are when you round to the nearest whole number. If you are making, if you're an industry and you're making a whole bunch of these, this error is going to be a very, very big deal. Where when you round to the nearest hundredth, this error is less of a big deal. So the error associated with rounding is a very important issue. So make sure you understand that. Good luck.